Okay. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Fun on Weekdays podcast. You may not be able to tell because we look a little bit disheveled, but I am Jenna and
I'm back, bitches.
Hallie is back for another episode. We've been chatting it up in the office. We've been spending a lot of time together since always.
Every day.
Literally, I don't know why I said that. We work together every day. But we were having a recent conversation about being delusional, and I figured actually this was a really good topic for a podcast.
Yeah. Framed correctly, great idea.
I'm all in favor of the recent rebrand of Delusion. Just like, you know what also had a really good rebrand was Brussels sprouts. You know how like recently people are like.
Cauliflower.
Yeah.
They're having moments.
All of the greens. I actually don't know if it's a rebrand or if it's just maybe our generation in general is old enough now to have taste buds.
Their PR team is working overtime.
just like Barbies.
Oh my God. Cannot wait. Also, you're in all pink. You are a Barbie today.
I know. Yeah, I'm still wearing my sweaty workout clothes from bar this morning. I taught a class and I can like feel the sweat that was like between, you know, like.
Can you smell yourself?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I can't smell you, thank God.
Don't get any closer because you will be able to.
Oh my God. Okay, delusion. Let's tell delululemon.
Yeah, so we have delululemon. I also workshopped a few ideas.
Okay.
As I thought about this. Delubricant.
Wow.
Do you like that?
I like that because I feel like it's like that is what we do. We delubricate to take us to the next level. We delubricate real life situations.
I was thinking lubricant.
Oh, okay. Is that not, am I not using it correctly?
I don't know. I was thinking like
lube.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we're saying the same thing, but differently.
You're saying it. Okay. Well,
lubricant.
Yeah. Okay. So I had that one, and I also liked.
I think we're a little delulu right now.
I know. Delululention was a cute one. Oh. I know. Delululemon, I feel like I liked it at first, and then I started seeing a lot of people using it, and then it's just like every good thing. It's like you can only have too much.
Gabby had a good one.
Yeah. This is when it all started. So I come into the office and I told Gabby, I'm like, I think I'm going to do a podcast episode about being delusional. So we're trying to think of like graphics we could make for the Instagram for this week. Oh, yeah. And it was like a text going back and forth. And she shows me this thing and it says like, I don't remember exactly what it said, but it just said, you're Delululandia. And she goes, do you like it? And I just was like, I didn't know what to say because I'm like, I've never heard of that. Like, I don't, am I old? Am I like not in the loop?
Outdated.
Yeah, what is that one? I've heard of Delululemon, and I said that, and Hallie and Gabby start busting out laughing. They're like, Delululemon. I'm like, wait, what? I see it everywhere I look. It's just like it's giving, or the delusion is delusioning.
Oh no, your least favorite.
Yeah. My least favorite is leasting. I just feel like same concept. There's a good thing, and it's like fun. And you get in on it, and there's a whole world of verbiage on TikTok that is fun to engage in. But then when you take it into the real world and you say those things outside, like in real life, there was a girl one time, and I love her to death. And she said, what is that? Side-eye?
Bombastic side-eye.
Yeah. But I had never heard it before. And she just said like, astronomically bombastic side-eye. And I was like, I've never heard anyone take those words off of their keyboard and speak them out of their mouth before.
Are you watching the season of Love Island?
No.
Oh, they love bombastic side-eye.
Really?
Yes, the girls like really throw that about the guys all the time.
Wait, is that where it originated?
No.
Okay.
These girlies were on TikTok before getting on the show.
Oh, okay. So because that show is filmed in real time.
Yeah. Like they're in the villa right now.
Okay, catch me up to date. So who do you like?
We love Whitney.
Okay.
We don't like Catherine because we're very team Scott.
Okay. I don't. That doesn't mean
I know. I'm like, why am I even telling you this?
I don't know, but
Love Island is my passion.
So, a funny story. I feel like that Madison Beer clip right now. I'm like, I was supposed to be in the video. I was in Miami.
Were you supposed to be on Love
I
Island?
was supposed to be on Love Island.
Oh my
No,
God. I told Zach that he ruined my dreams because I always wanted to be on Love
thrive.
Island.
You would actually thrive on there, bebopping around in your little thong bikini.
Oh, my ass would be blurred the whole show and I'd be taking everybody for a chat.
I don't think they blur the butts. That's on The Bachelorette. That's on The Bachelor.
Even better.
It's full nudity. Like you can actually almost see your butt
Even on
cheek
the
hair.
USA one?
Yeah.
I don't got no butt cheek hair.
Oh,
These
well,
are perfect cheeks.
okay. Well, it must be nice. Must be nice now. I'll have to get laser in your ass.
I did laser it.
Well, that's probably why.
I did laser and all I can remember is them literally making me spread. Like you
Yeah.
have to hold your cheeks and they go,
Oh my
hot
God.
one.
Oh my God. Like talk about being vulnerable. I have never been in a position where I have had more trust in someone in my life than that.
You're laser woman.
Well, you know what? It all started. I did a whole podcast episode about laser hair because I wanted it so bad for my entire life because I've always had dark hair. I've always
me
been
too.
insecure about it.
Yep.
And my bikini line, painful.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you have thick, coarse hair, no.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I'm finally going to do laser on my bikini. I go in. I had no idea what it entails. I didn't know that they literally like pull.
Oh yeah.
The lip
froggy.
open.
Oh yeah. They make you go froggy leg. Mm-hmm.
Butterfly.
Very intimate experience.
And then she goes, do you want to do your behind? I'm like, well, she's like, it's already included in the price. Like it's not any extra. I'm like, oh,
It's
well,
like, let me see your butthole.
I'm like, I'm like, not really, but like kind of. I just don't want to be aware that you're doing it. You know, I just kind of want to be blissfully unaware.
Yes.
And delusional.
There we go. We're like, how are we going to tie this in?
Yeah, but you have to shave like the day that you get laser because you have to have like recent hair. So she shaved my butt.
No, she didn't.
She did.
That is very intimate, and you could have made a lot of money off of that video.
If only fans wanted to see that. That was a good placement.
Yeah.
That was a good placement. I know, but okay, so I need to apparently catch up on Love Island.
Yes.
Have you been watching The Bachelorette?
No.
Oh, okay, so I feel like roles reversed here.
Yes.
So you know Charity.
Yes.
Okay.
I could not finish last season, though. I was just so bored.
Well, also different, though, because you knew Zach.
Sort of.
Sort of, kind of.
Through Oracle people.
Of course.
Yeah.
That is a cult.
It is a cult, yes. Luckily, I got out of it. But yeah, it was just like, it was a boring season.
Okay, so I feel like they didn't show enough of her personality from the last season, but I am pleasantly so surprised by her because I feel like she just has like a spunk that they fail to show. And I know she has a personality. It's just like my thing with The Bachelorette is that I will continue to watch it probably until the show ends because it's been a tradition in my family. Like I grew up when I was, I think 5 years old and my aunt would come over and we'd watch it. My parents would like drink wine and it's just become such a tradition. Obviously over the years, like the whole show has changed because of social media. But I'm like, I do love to keep up with everything.
I know. And I feel like I need to watch it because I love Paradise.
I love Paradise too. And you need context of who the people
You gotta
are.
root for people.
Exactly. But my thing is that they show zero fucking personality. They will go on a date and be like, thank you so much for being vulnerable and opening up. And it just makes me so happy that you're in it for the right reasons. And, and I'm like, what are you saying?
They all say the same thing.
I don't know. I asked Connor, I'm like, are they cutting out the actual?
He was on Bachelor.
I know. I'm like, are they cutting out the actual conversation or is this truly what you talk about when you are on the date? And he's like, no, that is what you talk about. You really just talk about like, oh, I'm so thankful you're being open and vulnerable. But like, you don't really, you have such limited time to actually open up and be vulnerable that it's like, you're
delusional.
You're saying a lot, but also saying not a lot at all at the exact same time.
I would be so delusional on The Bachelor.
I would be too. Because I would go in there and truly, genuinely believe I am winning it. Like there is no other option.
Me too.
Yeah.
The show that I am like dead set on getting on right now is Survivor.
Oh, I had a huge Survivor phase.
Wow. I'm watching it all. There's like 44 seasons. I'm watching them all. I am studying. I know like how I want to play the game and where my delusion plays in. I guess it's sort of grounded too is there's only two outcomes for me on this show. One, I win it all, $1 million in my pocket. Soul Survivor, Hallie Milland.
You're the next Kelly Wentworth.
Yeah.
God,
Wentworth.
I love her.
2, first person out.
There's no in between.
Huge impact to my ego. I go into hiding. Like, I just feel like there's no in between for me. It's that kind of personality going in. But my Delululand is telling me that I'm going to win it all. So I'm going to do it.
Yeah, you do deserve to be on a reality TV show. We just don't know what it is yet.
I know, and I can't do the dating shows.
The dating shows are out of the question for either one of us, but I do think that we would be fun on it.
Give us our own show.
Honestly, I don't think that I have an interesting life enough to be on any type of show
I'll act
these days.
all sorts of crazy if that's what it takes.
If that's what it takes. Yeah. But consider that this is your audition right now and someone is listening.
Oh my God. Okay.
But I would 100% go on Survivor. I think, and this sounds ridiculous, but the thing that I'd be the most concerned about, well, prior to getting laser, was thinking like my pubes would literally grow down my leg. How do they do that for 30 days?
I don't know.
No, those girls, they have to all be laser.
100%. I'm most scared of bugs.
And
that's like the number one thing turning me off.
Yeah, the bugs are pretty big.
I'm just such a baby when it comes to it. I'm like, I gotta just spend a night outside on my patio and learn.
No. The bugs is a huge one, but I don't think that would be the end all be all for me. I think it would be not being able to brush my teeth. Because you can see them in the show. They'll get like a piece of a pine leaf or something and something that's hard and they'll like scrape their teeth. I'm like, I can't. We're having to poop. Literally, where do you poop?
Where do you
How
wipe?
do you wipe? Mm-hmm. If Connor was here, he would be like, you don't wipe because you get clean sweeps every time.
Oh, what a lucky man. Every time?
Yeah.
Oh
imagine having
living the dream.
I know. Imagine having a digestive system that just works. Imagine what that would be like. I would be delusional.
Delusional. Oh my gosh. I want to talk more about delusional and its rebrand.
Yes. Okay. So let's get into
because
it.
I feel like it's become sort of like a glass half full outlook on life instead.
I think it's a huge compliment.
Totally.
To be considered delusional to the fact that you are living in your own world where you truly are so confident that your life could have any outcome that you actually want, I think is a great quality.
Yeah, you are 100% in control. It's how I like to think, but for some reason, from an outside perspective, it's like that's not realistic.
Yeah. But I will say there is a downside to being delusional when you are blocking out any sort of like outside
consequences.
Opinion. Yeah. Consequence is a good one. Mm-hmm. And other people's feelings and emotions.
Yes.
Like, but when I think of delusion, I'm thinking of from a career aspect.
Mm-hmm. That's where I was going.
Yeah. And any single instance that I've ever had, like any personal win that I've had, has been from a state of being so delusional that there was no other outcome than for things to fall into place and for me to get a job or for something to happen. And I think that delusion actually might be the key to success.
Oh my gosh, did we just crack the code?
I think it might be.
I'm with you. I mean, I literally branded myself the social chair of a city. Like I just claimed Austin. I said it's mine. I'm the person of the city. So, and like you got to be kind of delusional to make a claim so big when you have 50 followers, you know?
Yeah.
You just got to start off like so headstrong and so in your own world about it that people catches on. Mm-hmm. I feel like that I see it a lot for influencers specifically. Yeah.
Oh, that's so true. Mm-hmm. Yeah. In order to be able to start building a platform, you have to be delusional to the point that you're like,
gotta go for it.
Every single video that I post, someone is going to see this and this is going to lead me somewhere.
Totally. And like, it also helps you just block out the negativity, the people who aren't really there for you, because then they come back and they're like, oh my God, like.
Yeah. Oh, it's always like when you are in the delusional state and you're working towards a goal, everyone around you just questions you and makes you feel even more delusional because they try to make you believe that whatever you're working for is unattainable.
Yep.
And if you are so confident in yourself, that delusion just becomes motivation where you're like, well, let me just prove you wrong. But then when it does happen and you reach that goal, then you're like, oh, tables turn. Now you want to celebrate.
Yeah.
Now you want to be happy.
You want to be my +1. You want to,
Okay, don't think I forgot. Wait, speaking of being the ATX chair of Austin
Yes.
and being from
I'm
Miami.
just a chair. Come sit on me.
Where at? No, I'm kidding. Oh no, not like that. Don't worry. I like that I really had to like specify that. So being from Miami and moving to Austin, were you scared claiming yourself as the ATX social chair that the Austinites would come for you and be like, you fucking transplant? Like,
yes and no. Luckily, because I went to UT, like I had some years behind me.
yeah.
And also luckily, I didn't come up with the name, you know, it was sort of like a nickname being thrown around just from being helpful with people who were newer to the city.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure people were like, who the fuck does this girl think she is?
She's not even from here.
Yeah, like, what, she threw one party, think she runs this place.
You're like, yeah, I do. I am delusional. So.
Yes, that is the world I'm living. I'm living in the world where I am the mayor of the city, and like everyone will come to my parties, and we'll all be best friends. Totally forget where I'm going with this, what the question was, but coming from Miami,
Yeah.
I think I just took it and ran with it from somebody else's idea. Same thing, like fun on weekdays. I feel like you sort of just took this idea and a concept. You did come up with it though, and you just ran with it.
Yeah, I have been very delusional for the past 2 years, and I think the delusion is starting to catch up with me where like I do get bursts of the real world that will pop in and be like, hey, just to remind you, like this world you're living in, this like really idealistic world is actually not real. So sometimes I do get those reminders and it is very stressful. Like,
yeah, we're stressed on weekdays.
Yeah, that's what this episode was actually going to be. It was going to be stressed on weekdays because we have been so fucking stressed.
It's been a tough, since we recorded the last episode, it's gotten very tough. But we're coping.
Yeah, I mean, 4th of July marks almost like the middle of the summer.
Yeah.
And it just has such like a weird type of pressure that you're like, holy shit, half of the year is gone. And now I need to plan the second half of the year, plus the holiday, plus traveling, weddings, events, other things going on. I just have started to get so overwhelmed.
Yeah.
But I think the stress is due to being delusional and putting ourselves in the point where we like have gotten ourselves into situations with events where maybe we're like a little in over our heads because we truly believe like, I mean, I got myself deep into this last year when I did the festival event, but I was like, I could sell out a $1,500 person 5K.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's not that I could do it. It's that I will do it.
And
then that becomes my mindset where I'm like, that is what I'm doing. There's no other option. And then I become so invested in this idea that I am definitely going to do that I will stop at nothing in order to make it happen. But in the meantime, you become delusional, building this whole reality around the idea that it's going to happen. And then you get sent invoices and then you get signups.
It starts to hurt.
And things start
Highs
to
and lows,
remind you.
though.
Yeah, and things start to remind you like, oh, well, there are realistic factors that sometimes throw you off your delusion cycle a little bit.
Pops the bubble.
Yeah.
It's sad when it happens.
I know, but I'm not ready to pop it yet. We still have like 9 days until our 5K. And I still genuinely believe like, well, I'll say it on the podcast here because I've said it other places too, but our signups are not as high as other events that we've done for the amount of time that the link has been open.
Yeah.
And so when we released the event, we just thought that people were going to like
go bananas.
Yeah, go crazy.
Yeah.
Because it's the biggest event we've ever done. It includes the most like activities at an event we've ever had.
The most, like, probably the highest valued freebies that people could go home with as well.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But it's just a different type of event. Like, we've never done a 5K or anything running / race related. Note taken.
Hot girl walking too.
Yeah.
I'll walk her. People who walk every day, just come.
I know.
Come walk with us. Get all the free stuff. Here's me. I'm plugging in the promo.
Oh yeah, plug in the promo. We got a bunch of free stuff. Isle of Paradise alone. Okay, listen to this.
Alone. That's what I was gonna mention.
Isle of Paradise alone. They're giving away 2 full-size self-tanners, and I'm like, okay, let me just look up the value of that. It's already $65 before shipping or tax for the 2 items alone, and the 5K is $60. So I'm like, okay, so you're already getting 2 free items. And granted, maybe not everyone who's coming to the 5K wants those items, but I'm like, have you used it though? Because you do look awesome. and glowy.
You were very excited about that.
Because once you use once you use a self tanner, you're gonna be like, holy shit, why didn't I never use this before?
like, oh, that's how everybody looks so gorgeous all the time.
Yeah. Well, that and filler.
And filler.
Well, and Ozempic maybe recently.
I don't think you and I have talked about Ozempic.
No, not yet. But I don't really have a lot to add to that just because I'm
really scared of it.
I don't really have any thoughts on it. Like I don't have any personal tie to it. And I know a lot of people are on it, and I think that's fine. Whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
That's all you, girl. Whatever you want to do, girl.
Whatever makes you feel good.
As long as you are taking care of yourself and you're healthy, it's really none of my business. But we have the Isle of Paradise self tanners.
Yes.
Halo Top is giving everyone ice cream. So as soon as you run it, you get a nice ice cream little treat.
Bumble has so many things.
I know.
They just sent over a list of all the things. I can't even list it all. They have so many little things.
It's hard because I want to continue to keep things a surprise, but then I'm also like, maybe we should continue to share it so that it builds the excitement. So I don't know, but overall, I'm really excited for the lemonade. My mouth is dripping and bubbling over this lemonade that Bumble is about to have from this business in LA that I found on Instagram.
Pucker up.
Yeah, Pucker Up. They're a small black-owned business. Little plug for them here. They have homemade lemonade. They go to flea markets and stuff, and I found them, and I was like, they have to be a part of the 5K.
Every flavor you could possibly think of. I think they just started naming flavors colors. Like, there's so many.
Have you been to the farmer's market in Mueller?
The Agua Frescas. Is that where you're going with it?
Okay, yeah. It's called Citrus. That's the brand.
I'm actually like salivating like a dog right now thinking about it. Like, I love.
There is nothing else like
those.
that. And it comes in like a tub.
I know, with just a straw like stabbed through it.
Yeah, it's the kind of tub you could take to the beach and you could use it to build a sandcastle. That's how big it is. And I drink the whole thing.
Yeah, I would say it's still not enough.
And I don't know how much sugar's in it, but it doesn't really matter.
It does not matter.
But after I drink it, I start talking like this and I start talking really, really fast.
We should have drank them before this episode. We've been all over the place.
I know. I kind of like it though. You know, when I was thinking when I listen to podcasts, a lot of times I'm putting it on in the background and I am listening to what they say, but I really just want to like feel as though I'm talking to friends and they're saying something remotely funny.
Yeah, like I'm in the conversation, I'm chatting with my girls.
Yeah, exactly. And that's how I feel right now. We're just talking about being delusional. We are delusional thinking that people are listening to this right now. That is the thing. We're in our own world. Anyways, we have Bumble, Isle of Paradise. Garmin, of course, with our awesome watches. I've been tracking my stress and my sleep. And
it tracks your stress?
Yes.
Has it been out of fucking control?
You have no idea. So you know how when you're feeling overwhelmed, you just automatically kind of say, I'm stressed, like I'm stressed out? Mm-hmm. Well, I've never had a way to validate whether I'm stressed or not.
Yeah.
Because I don't actually know if I am. I'm just saying it.
Like, is there a lot on my plate or am I actually like, that I'm able to tackle? Or am I like, is it starting to internally affect me?
So it measures your stress in combination with like your heart rate. And then I think maybe something to do with your temperature.
Okay.
But I don't know how they do it, but they measure your stress and I've never seen something more accurate. So for example, when we were in Charleston, I was going to a cycle class in the morning and I called an Uber. I was about to be there like 10 minutes before. I'm feeling good. Uber cancels.
Oh, no.
And then I call another one, and it doesn't get there until a couple minutes after. And my GPS said I was going to be there 3 minutes after the class started. And usually with cycling classes, you can't get in.
Yeah. Did it spike?
So I was looking at it, and it was at 98 out of 100 for stress.
Okay.
Because I ran into the cycling place. I like got shoes from them. I snapped them on. They were too small on me, but I was like, I don't have time to change them. And then I looked at my watch. I'm like, holy shit, I'm stressed. But like literally I'm stressed.
Like 100% out of 100%.
Yeah. And it's weird because you can see it rise and fall too, just with daily interactions. For example, another one, when I went to Puerto Rico, my friend's luggage, we thought it was lost because it just hadn't come out yet. And we were waiting for the car to pick us up and they were waiting for us to get it. We're feeling like, oh, there's a lot of pressure to like get ready and go. And I was watching my stress rise. And then turns out her luggage comes out. And I'm like, oh, thank God. And I slowly watch it start to go back down. I'm like, what the fuck? How are you doing that?
I would be staring at that all day. Like,
it's the most insane thing.
I can't believe it's able to do that. I would be at like 114% the last 2 weeks. I was on vacation in the Berkshires. You know that. They don't know that. So I was in the Berkshires with my family. And my mom like was watching me work, and she was like, I've just like never seen you look like this before, like while you're working.
Oh my God, people are gonna think that I'm like
No, it's not a Jenna thing. I put too much on my plate at once. This is I have fun on weekdays things. I'm also doing a social chair event. Like I was delusional. Like I put so many just items on my list of things to do for the next 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And then when it came time to actually actioning all of them, it popped my bubble.
Well, that's a good point, is that being too far into your delusion does eventually end up causing stress.
I think it's a great kickstart.
Yeah.
And then you need to ground yourself and be like, okay, now like how do I bring that down to the real world?
So how do you ground yourself from delusion?
Oh my gosh. I guess I'm kind of dealing with it now.
Yeah. I feel like for me is when things just don't pan out the way that they're supposed to and you're on a timeline.
Yeah. And then and then what? I have
That's true.
Learned so many organization skills in the last 2 weeks. And it's made such a difference. Like I'm the type of person where I typically work where I'm able to store so much in my head.
Yeah,
and
same.
I'm reaching a point where I'm taking on so much for the first time. I need everything written out. I need it in front of me because I don't want to drop the ball on anything, especially when there's sponsors involved and other people involved that you're trying to impress or like have action items for them too.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, this note to self has been just write shit down. Like, stop storing it. It's just like release the brain power, put it on a piece of paper. It does make life so much easier. Zach, we talked about forever on the last episode, has this whiteboard, and it's categorized. My friends are always so impressed by it. It's weekly categorized by social items he wants to do, like things for work, things for the like yearly goals. And I'm just like, I just need to start doing that. Like take a page out of his book.
Growing up, I hated back to school season because it meant the summer was over, but I also loved it because my sisters and I and my mom would go shopping for our back to school clothes, trying to pick out what I was going to wear on the first day of school. And as we approach August, that means back to school season is quickly approaching. I refuse to buy anything full price. There is just always a coupon out there. There's always a sale. You can always find a discount, and especially at Macy's, they have all of your favorite brands and 99% of the time more affordable. So shop at Macy's for all of your back to school needs. I am with you on that, where prior to ever having you and Gabby, I've only ever kept things in my mind.
Mm-hmm.
Like I now have a task management like tracker online where I can see everything from the newsletter to partnerships to events and flyers and things that need to get done. But prior to that, I was delusional to think that I could store it all in my head. Yeah. Do you know that SpongeBob episode where he like goes to the filing cabinets? That's literally me in my head.
I was feeling that.
That's me. It's except for his, it's even filed in his head and mine's not.
Yeah, or like Michael Scott when he's like, everybody stay calm, and he's like screaming at the top of his lungs. Like that is what I felt. I'm like trying to stay calm, but I'm screaming. It just, I actually came fully delusional today to the office. Is the camera on?
The camera's on.
Okay.
It's rolling.
I'm going to show off really quickly.
You're going to show your lasered asshole.
Buckle up. This is some extra content. I wore shorts today that say, I love me. It wasn't even intentional. I'm going to show them off.
Santino's like, Santino's wife, Jenna, is going to walk in when he's editing this, and she's going to be like, what the fuck are you watching, Santino? I really, okay, how would you classify being delusional?
This is a tough question.
I would say my definition is being so confident in a belief or value or goal that you have that
there's no other outcome.
Yeah, that there's that's a really, really good way to put it. That there's no other outcome, and you start to form everything in your life around this one belief or passion or whatever it is around it. That's my definition.
I'm gonna agree with that because I feel like that was a joint effort.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh my God, I like that answer. I passed the test.
I think that it can kind of sometimes be fun though, because delusion is what gets you into predicaments where you take risks and you do things that you probably normally wouldn't do because you believe like that you can do it.
Absolutely. Delusion with drive is one thing. And then I think there's like, and you harped on it really briefly earlier, but there's delusion that has like
ignorance and
where you're really hurting
oblivion.
people.
Yeah, that's very true.
So I think it's like we live in the goal-driven delusional world where there's a very like selfish delusional world right next door to our world.
Yeah. Well, I guess that is very true, because when I think about being delusional, I see it as such a positive thing in the aspect of in your career world, where it's like you're delusional that you want to build this brand, or you're delusional that you want to get this job, or you want to get this promotion, or you want to move to this city, whatever. Like those are all really, really good things to be delusional about. To be delusional about maybe like your ex-boyfriend or friends. Yeah.
How your actions can affect them. So
we're
very pro business delusion.
We're anti-delusion when
Don't
it comes
hurt
to
your friends.
Have you ever been delusional in a friendship or a relationship?
Probably both.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, honestly, I've definitely been delusional in relationships.
Oh, totally. I mean, I thought I was going to marry my high school boyfriend.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
That was
your
delusion.
high school boyfriend, like, and by the way, I have nothing bad to say about my exes. Like,
me neither. Just letting me know.
I actually think they're all like wonderful boys. They're just not the most wonderful for me. And I would feel like I was molding myself around them, and that was like my state of delusion is, oh, they're like this, so I should be like this too. Like, I like them, so I'm going to be like this.
Yes.
Where I now have a partner I don't want to like beat a dead horse. You know, we talked about this a lot in the last episode, so this is technically a follow-up to that.
No, I like it.
But I'm now with someone who just loves every inch of like who I am as I come. And so I've been very delusional in that state and like trying to be someone I'm not.
That's a really good point of just not having to shapeshift into a character that your partner wants, and being delusional to the outside world that you are like letting yourself go. I feel like I've seen that from myself multiple times. And like, I won't lie, it's definitely happened in my current relationship before, because you start to get so entwined in like ideas and I don't know, like routines and habits. And it's not until like outside things kind of pop your bubble and it really puts you back into place, and you realize, oh, I was being, why was I doing
hindsight
that?
is 2020 always. The other end of it is, so relevant right now. Did you see those Jonah Hill texts?
No.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Shut up.
Oh yeah. So he's dating a surfer girl, ex-girlfriend is like a surfer girl. So professional surfer.
Okay.
So she's posting pictures in bathing suits and of her, like with her clients or her teachers and their boys. And he's like, he was abusing therapy language and being like, I'm setting boundaries. Like, take down all those pictures of your ass. Like, you can't post a bathing suit. Like, you're dating a surfer.
Yeah.
You know, so that.
What do you want her to wear? Scuba gear? She's not a scuba diver.
Yeah. So that's a hot topic right now.
Interesting.
But where it leads me, and like what I've started to think of is I dated someone, and like he knew exactly who I was. He saw me dancing on bars and like the way I dress and the way I put myself out there. And then we're a few months in, all of a sudden he doesn't like when I dance on bars and get attention. And
what I think is
my shirts are too short. I'm like, what? That's the girl that you liked and went for. Like, why are you trying to change her?
Yeah, what I think is the most heartbreaking thing, and to be in the position of the person that feels this is the worst thing ever, because you're delusional to the fact that it's happening, is to have like the qualities that someone initially falls in love with and is attracted to you for be the things that they then throw in your face for the things for you to change, because it makes them insecure. And like when you are in that relationship, you can be delusional to not even acknowledge it, because you just maybe you don't want to acknowledge it because it's harder to do that. But when you are the friend, it's like, oh my God, she's being fucking delusional. How does she not see it?
Yes. Where is my friend? Like, she's somewhere in there, but there's this layer on top of her, like drowning her.
Yeah.
It's so hard when you see your friends. I mean, I did it in my last relationship.
I mean, being delusional in relationships is what can inevitably end up in like a really hard breakup, or in a toxic relationship or an abusive relationship, which sucks. So delusion in that aspect is not great, but delusion in the aspect when you're going for something that you want
Go up to that boy in the park.
Could be good. I mean, we were
DM
both
him on LinkedIn.
we were both a little delusional. We saw
totally.
we saw Connor and Zach for the first time. We're like, we're gonna marry him.
Yeah, that's our guy.
You're perfect.
He's right there.
Well, I won't go as far as marrying, but you're gonna date me.
Yeah, I will make you mine, and then we'll figure it out.
But the funny thing is, though, is that the people that we would say that to, like our friends, would probably be like, "You're crazy."
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, for sure. Until it happens, and then they're like, "Well, you are still a little bit crazy, you're a little stalker." Like, well, I don't know what I need to tell you. Like, I have nothing to prove about me and Connor. Like, I was delusional and I was crazy, and
yeah.
I own that, and I'm.
Bought the concert tickets in the bathroom. Like, I literally was like, yeah, of course I'll be there. I can't believe you're going to be there too. Buys tickets to like be there.
I think it's like a fun, playful state of mind to live in if you are willing to come down to earth every once in a while. You know?
Grounded delusion.
Exactly.
Oh my God. That's our thing. Let's trademark it.
Grounded delusion.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's put that on a t-shirt.
Yeah. Coming soon.
That's what Barstool would do. It's hilarious. I feel like Barstool is so quick with their merch. Like Dave Portnoy is just on it.
He's incredible, honestly. Like as a businessman, I'm always like in awe of how just his Swiftie tactic, genius.
I love it. Okay, seeing him in the Swiftie outfit though, I was like,
it was incredible.
Okay, that was good PR move.
Mm-hmm. The jacket was iconic. Now he's selling the shirts to say the same thing.
Yeah.
He's a smart dude.
Barbie's PR team is working overtime. Dave Portnoy's PR team.
Brussels Sprouts PR team.
Delusion.
Are we the Delusion PR team? Like, we're really putting it on a platform right now.
Maybe. So I have to admit that today's podcast is sponsored by Delusion. It's free.
It's free. You can all have it.
It's free. You can all have it. There's limited quantities.
Don't abuse it.
But I would say, what was the last thing? Oh, the one thing that I want to like say about delusion to tie it back to fun on weekdays is that you don't need to live in the delusional world that like you have to have such a strict routine during the week and like you're not allowed to go outside of that or do anything else, or to live in this world where you think that like you can't have fun until you retire. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? That's a delusional world because that's just not true.
At least like some of the local Austin influencers and fitness influencers, and I love seeing this. Being like, I'm going on vacation and I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to eat what I want and it's not going to ruin my life and I'm not going to gain 30 pounds because I'm going to go back to normal life in a week. Mm-hmm. And there's the other end of that, the delusional end of like really, really strict, unattainable
lifestyle goals.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Like have fun on weekdays. Like you can achieve all of your goals and still make time for your friends or have a cocktail or whatever it may be.
Mm-hmm. Are you talking about Sam and Taylor?
Oh, I love them. I actually wasn't even talking about them, but F Word podcast.
Yeah.
I love them. They're awesome. I was talking about Savannah Knight. Oh, you know Savannah.
I do, yeah.
Yeah. Her and Ross are such a great couple.
I know, I love all four of them.
Yeah.
They're all great. But Sam was actually on my podcast a while ago talking about like fitness and finding freedom in it and stuff. And yeah, just like how restricting it can be. And I mean,
they're fun.
They are fun. And I literally love seeing the fact that they're like thriving and they are such fitness girlies, but they're allowing themselves to like go out and drink on the weekends and not feel guilty about not following such a strict diet or following a strict daily routine. And I feel like there's a lot of people out there that could benefit from letting themselves like let loose a little bit, you know?
Mm-hmm. Find yourself in a delusional little world at least once a week.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's today's event of what the fuck am I saying?
What did you just say?
I don't know. Cut that.
Leave it.
I was just going to wrap it up.
Oh, okay.
I was just going to wrap it up. I'm wearing a sweatshirt right now, and I'm going to be honest. My armpits are dripping.
Oh, my God. Thank God it's not just me. No. I'm in a T-shirt, and I felt it drip all the way down.
Yeah, it's.
Are we nervous?
Bad. No, I'm not nervous. I think I'm anxious. If my watch was on, it would probably tell me that I'm stressed. Because we have an event tonight in Austin. It's just a little happy hour at Estelle's. It's a new place downtown.
Beautiful.
And I very clearly need to shower and go get ready.
Go get ready. I'll wrap this up.
Yeah,
guys.
Take it away, Hallie. Final words.
My final words are be grounded in your delusion. Have fun on weekdays. Get crazy and don't compromise.
Love it. And last 3 words. Is it 4 words? See you. Oh my God.
That was a lot of words.
I know. Talk to you next Tuesday.
I think that was talk to you. 5 words.
5 words. Make it 6. Bye.